Hello and welcome to Kelly Legends Media. Okay, so this content's gonna be probably a little controversial. Uh, Probably gonna get a lot of negative comments because of what the topic is. Okay. Nevertheless, I'm gonna talk about it because it has to do with the lifestyle of the homies that are in the streets, homies from different barrios, from different crews, and really just the young men that are out there doing their things, going to parties and stuff, meeting girls and stuff. Now, I'm not sure who did the video a long time ago. I think it was I'm not sure. I think it was Gunner. I think he made a video saying that the girls could hang around in the neighborhood, but they could never get in the hood. That they were there for, to kick it with the homies, company. But I'm going to dispel that 110% because it may be like that in some places, but I know down here in Southern California, especially in the gang infested areas, man, and the neighborhoods that have homegirls. Homegirls could really be with the business, and no, they're not just used for company. I've seen a lot of times when homeboys are gonna get down, the homegirls get down right there too. They pull fierros, they'll hit you with a beer bottle, and they get busy. Of course, their first move will probably be towards any of their homegirls, but if the op don't have no homegirls, they're gonna get busy right beside the homeboys. You know what I mean? And that's just that's just the way it's been for years. I remember too when we were running the streets and stuff. Well, when I was running the streets, we'd sometimes get two girls, one driving and one sitting shotgun, and have somebody laying in the back seat, and they'd go drive around and spot some guys from another neighborhood and be like, hey, there's some down here on the right hand side, blah blah blah, and then we drive right past them and they'd whistle, and they'd be like, hey, come back. So sometimes they'll go around the block and then they'll come back, and I don't know, man, some guys wouldn't think. They'd come up to the car like, hey man, what's up? Hey, we girls headed, this and that. And someone will pop up from the back seat and let them have it, A lot of times we'd meet girls on the boulevard or wherever we'd meet them, and they'd call us up, hey man, what are you gonna do this weekend? Hey, come and pick me and my homegirl so and so up, and then we're gonna go pick up these other friends of ours and get your homeboys, together so we could, get together, right? And all along it's just a setup, They're working with their homeboys to set us up. A similar situation happened not too long ago when I guess this girl took this kid to the park, and her homeboys got him and cut him up. It was all over YouTube when it happened. They could be vicious. They could be notorious. They could be with the business. So never underestimate, man, the young ladies, man, especially the young ladies that are in the hood and that are putting it down for their neighborhood. They will do you something, you know what I mean? And but it's been like that. I guess some people haven't experienced that. Some people haven't seen it. Some people don't know about it. I don't know why, because like it's something you learn early on, just from experience, you're, hey, we're gonna go pick up these girls, blah blah blah. Who? Oh, like some girls from San Gabriel. Hey, fool, yeah, we know them girls. They tried to set up the homeboys the last time, blah blah blah. and you learn. You learn by hearing people's stories, by hearing people talk about it. Uh, I was in two relationships that I got into it. One time it was the mother of my boys. The girl next door, I don't know what was happening, man, but she was screaming and yelling, and she had all kinds of guys in the pad, and some of her friends in there, and she was help, help, and I didn't want to get involved, but I felt bad for the girl, and I shouldn't have got involved, but I did. I went over there and I walked in the house. Hey, man, what's going on? And she was crying, and she goes, "Get me out of here!" And I got her by the wrist, and I put her behind me, and walked backwards. I lived on her door was here, and my door was, like right. Her door went this way, my door went this way, but they were neighboring doors. So I just backed out of her house and backed up into my house. While I was standing in the doorway of my house, this fool ran up on me, and I started punching at him from the doorway, right? Then another fool came and threw a punch. Next thing I knew, my kid's mom was right here beside me throwing punches too. And there was 5 of them all together. One of them ended up getting knocked out right in front of my door. And when he fell back, he hit like a pole that had a light. It was for a night light, but it was planted in the ground. These are apartments. And when he fell back, he hit his head and he was out. Another guy ended up getting stabbed. I don't know how he got stabbed. A magic knife came flying from the upstairs of the apartment and stuck him in the back. And then the manager of the apartments came, and he came from behind them and was grabbing them by the t-shirts, hitting them with those little bats, those little Dodger bats from behind. It was a big old melee, but little did I know that my kid's mom had that in her. You know what I mean? And also my wife, we got into it one time, and yeah, it was all bad. It was a bloody fight. I got stabbed right here in my eyebrow, and yeah, the people were bloody. It was a bad one. But from the beginning, when it jumped off, to the end, she was right there doing her thing. Kind of messed me up because I'm worried about her getting hurt, that I couldn't really concentrate on what I was doing, and I ended up getting hurt. But the good thing is she didn't. She was okay. But never underestimate a woman, man, and what they can do, because they can hurt you too. And it could even just be a simple thing like a jealous girlfriend, man. You do one of these little girls wrong, man, and they'll set you up, man. They'll put the hurt to you. Some people's lives have been lost behind things like that. So I know people have talked on videos about their homegirls or about the girls in the neighborhood. They just like to chill, to kick it with the homeboys, be with the homeboys, do things with the homeboys, but they're not allowed to get in or participate in the reindeer games. I guess, down here, I know that, there's even been occasions where the girls go on missions on their own, to handle some type of business, some type of disrespect, and it's they're homegirls, they got the same heart, the same guts, and the same pride, ego, all of that stuff going on inside of them. And when things pop off, they stand their ground, they get busy. A lot of them end up doing time behind some of the shit that they do. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video to dispel any thoughts or any misconceptions about the girls from neighborhoods. You just never know. They come out of the bushes one day and surprise you. You know what I mean? This is my video for today. Just a little something to think about, something to ponder. especially any of you young guys out in the street, man. You know, and you meet some girls or something, man. And you know, mind your P's and Q's. You never know. You never know what their intentions are and stuff until you really get to know them and see what they're about and see what they're coming from. In the meantime, man, you got to stay on your toes. You know. Anyway, this is my video for today. You know, I hope it generates some thinking. You know, some good thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you heard any stories like this or similar situations where the girls from a neighborhood being very much with the business and backing up their homeboys and their barrio, you know. Those, a lot of those tricks they try pulling on us too, you know. So I'm not just talking about my homegirls. I'm talking about girls that I experienced in my life being involved in the streets from different neighborhoods. And some, maybe they weren't even from neighborhoods. They were just with a dude that was from a neighborhood and was asked to do maparo. Anyway, this is my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. And God bless you. God bless your families, man. Stay free, people. Make good decisions and not only to keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, but to stay free. There's nothing like being free, man. You don't want to be behind them bars or behind them walls. There ain't nothing happening. It's all bad. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.